Hi everyone, it's me, better late than never as they say. So I didn't do my live feed earlier because I was so close to finishing this dress that I didn't want to stop what I was doing. And then I figured if I did, I'd be too tired by the end of my video to finish the dress. So I figured, well, I'll go ahead and finish this, and if I get it done early enough, I'll pop online for a couple minutes to show it to you. Otherwise, I'll just post pictures. Hey, Tina. Hey, Lori. I figured it wasn't that late, so some of y'all might still be up. So, yeah, I'm wearing my workout clothes today, although I didn't go to the gym. I've been fighting a cold for 2 weeks now. Keep taking echinacea, keep thinking I'm getting over it, and it keeps wanting to come back again. I've just got a sniffle and a scratchy throat. It's not full-blown, but I feel like if I go to the gym or work out or exert myself too much, I think I'm going to get the full-blown sick. So I'm trying to fight it off still. Hey, Sharon. Lori, you're still working? Hey, Vicky. So thank you, Tina. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just a sniffle. It's just a cold. But I did finish the dress. Oh, excuse me for yawning. So I'll show it to you. The one that I just finished, that I've been working on, it's one of the dresses for my Queens of Fashion show in Colonial Williamsburg. And what we decided to do for Queen Victoria, she is very, very famous for many things. The Victorian Empire was a golden, or the Victorian age was a really golden period for the British Empire. But Victoria is very, very well known for starting the tradition of the white wedding gown. I don't know if y'all knew this, but before Queen Victoria, women did not wear white gowns. They usually wore their best dress or maybe had something specially made. But there was no white tradition. That started with Queen Victoria. And at her wedding, no one else was allowed to wear white. But she and her wedding party, in the portrait, it looks like all of her bridesmaids also wore white. But what I did is I studied portraits and photographs. Her wedding gown does still exist, although the lace is gone from it now. There was lace on the skirt that I guess has deteriorated with time, so they've removed it. But in the portraits of her, she does have lace that is not an overlay over the whole skirt. The lace starts about a third of the way down, maybe halfway down on the skirt, so it's the lower part of the skirt. It's covered with a flat lace over, her dress was white satin. I did buy, at that time, dresses were made of silk satin, which is impossible to come by now. The only thing we have these days is silk charmeuse, which is not the same. That's very light. It's too light. That's drapey. Silk satin was a heavy satin. So bridal satin is kind of close, but it's more of a matte. Anyway, I went back and forth. I did buy some white polyester satin that I was going to use, and then I had silk taffeta. Between the two, I tried both with the lace, and I really, really liked the look of the silk taffeta way more than the poly satin. Because poly satin, even though it's a good quality poly satin that I got, it just still has that, it has that sheen that it just didn't look that nice. My other choice, I could have ordered some heavy satin, some Duchess satin, but I had this silk taffeta. I tried it, and I really liked how it looked, so that is what I went with. Of course, I gave, the person I'm making it for, Jessica Clements, I showed her the two fabrics. She really liked this too, so that's what we went with. Oh, Jessica's there. Hey, Jessica. So your dress is done. So I am going to show it to you. What I did is I tried to copy the silhouette as closely as I possibly could. The sleeves, the neckline, the shape of the dress, the bodice point, the lace. I used slightly different fabric, slightly different lace, but I tried really hard to mimic the silhouette of Queen Victoria's wedding gown. And last but not least, this is the final result. Whoops, let's see. I don't have it turned around straight on. So this is the Queen Victoria wedding gown. So I will try to show you. Here is the lace that I sewed onto the silk. So this is hand stitched all the way around the skirt. It's not a gathered lace, it's flat. So it's really subtle, but it's really pretty. I used a white eyelash lace. It is a poly lace, but it's really pretty because it's very, very delicate. And it drapes really nice. It's soft, it's not stiff. So here it is on the bodice as well. And this is slightly off the shoulder style with a double puff sleeve, and that is the shape of Queen Victoria's gown. So Queen Victoria, it was a simple dress. She wore this with just a crown of orange blossoms. She did have a veil. She did have a train. I didn't do the train. But we are going to hopefully find an orange blossom crown. The other thing is I did buy a brown wig that I am going to try to style in the same style that Queen Victoria wore, or something very similar to how she would have worn her hair, since Jessica has totally different coloring and totally different hair. So we are going to try to do the same look with the hair and with the floral crown. I think this is a really, really pretty dress. I would be proud to wear it to myself. I would love this as my own wedding gown. If I got married again, I would love to wear this dress. So I think it's lovely. So this is the Queen Victoria wedding gown. If you want to see it live, you need to come to Romancing Williamsburg, www.romancingwilliamsburg.com. It's next month. We're doing a whole fashion show with 9 queens. I only have 1 left to do. And the last one to do, I'm going to do it for me. I'm going to portray Alexandra Romanov, the last Tsarina, or the last empress of Imperial Russia. So I'm excited to do that one. I'm still playing with ideas. I am going to use embroidered velvet for that one as well, but it's going to be a totally different shape, of course, than the Queen Elizabeth gown. Closer to the Empress Josephine gown, but not really, because it's the era that I'm going to represent is the turn of the century, right around 1900, sometime between probably 1900 and 1910. She was murdered. I believe it was 1914 when they killed the Romanovs. So, obviously it's before that era. So I've been studying the dresses of Imperial Russia. They do have a specific design for their court gowns. So I'm going to try to emulate the Imperial Russian court gown. Thank you, Agnieszka. Yeah, they're all, I can't copy exactly, but I want it to be, all the dresses that I've done, I want them to, they're inspired by the real dresses. And I did the best I could to do something very similar. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, could she have worn this? Might she have worn this? Could this have been an alternative dress that was presented to her for her wedding gown? I don't know. But I'm very pleased with it. I think it's a lovely gown and it will look beautiful on you, Jessica. So I am going to call it a night. I'll post a few pictures and I can't wait to see all these dresses on my models. That will be so fun. Yes, KJ Montgomery said Alexandra was Queen Victoria's granddaughter. Yes, she was, which is doubly tragic that the British didn't do something more to save her, since they were related to the British royal family. All right, well, good night, everybody, and I hopefully will have another dress to show you next Wednesday. It'll be my final queen gown if I get it done. I should be able to get it done. Good night.